Hi, readers. My name is Dawn Hughes, and I'm the coordinator for Booktrib's book club program. I'm here today with author Chloe Gong to talk about her new book, VILEST THINGS. Chloe's book is one of the selections available in Booktrib's book club program for September. We're very excited about that. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your time to talk to us today.
Of course, I'm so excited to be here.
Excellent. I know we only have about 5 minutes, so I'm just going to dive right in. No spoilers, but what can you share about your book that we wouldn't find on the jacket cover? Maybe some insider information.
Okay, absolutely. So, what is on the book cover is that Violet's Things is the second installment of a trilogy inspired by Antony and Cleopatra, which means deep down beneath the pages, as soon as you start flipping through them, you find that the romance is quite obsessive and toxic. And I love it that way. I have found that when I pitch it as Antony and Cleopatra, I do the extra wink, wink, nudge, nudge of there is romance. Of course, there is. Antony and Cleopatra is notoriously the star-crossed lovers in Shakespeare's play, in history. But what makes them so interesting is the constant back and forth of the do you love me? Are you lying? I'm going to kill you. And this book embraces that a lot. And I had so much fun with it.
That's so fantastic, especially since like we really kind of embrace those kind of characters in literature now. And I guess there would be some like subtext in there that would make this great for discussion. So what about this book makes this such a great book club selection?
Mhm. I like to think that Violet's Things is a book people can argue back and forth on a lot. I really loved writing these characters because none of them are good people, but none of them are entirely wrong either. They all believe that they are doing the right thing. They all believe that they may be the right person for the power that they hold. And I like to think a lot of readers would have very, very different opinions on who's right, who's wrong, who ultimately deserves to win the battle that is, upcoming in this book. So I think a good book club pick is something that people can't agree on. And I really do hope that there is a lot of disagreement as far as what the themes of this book are.
I did not prepare you for this question, so forgive me, but I imagine this book took a tremendous amount of research to learn about Cleopatra and Antony.
Mhm.
Was there something in that research that surprised you that
Mhm. Oh, great question. I leaned a lot on the Shakespeare play because I wanted to adapt it as something that focused on the characters and the core of what Shakespeare's text was trying to say. But I love doing research into the historical figures as well, just to see what Easter eggs I can put in, what elements of the real war like was something that would work for this fantastical world. And I really loved this one tidbit about Cleopatra had a half sister named Arsinoe who served a threat to her power, and Antony had her killed in a temple, which was the biggest no no of that time. And I read that and thought, wow, I love messy devotion. This is fantastic. And it didn't make its way entirely into the book. I didn't want to put it in one to one, but there is a character that is in some way based on Arsinoe, especially as far as her relationship to our Cleopatra goes. So learning that little tidbit was fantastic as far as building the character went.
wow, I bet. That's fantastic. We're going to veer off your book for our last question because I'm curious, as a writer, you were also an avid reader.
Mhm.
What should we add to our TBR? What's the best book you've read in the
Mhm.
last while?
That is such a fantastic question. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little and give two answers because my first answer is A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Leung, and that book actually doesn't come out until October. So this is something to really add on your TBRs because it is
Okay.
not on shelves yet. It is such a beautiful retelling of a real woman who existed in ancient Chinese history, but it takes this beautiful approach to there are no victors in war. There are only people who are suffering through powerful decisions at the top. Gorgeous read. And the second one that is out already is The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. I just finished reading it recently because I was in conversation with the author, and it is a Mulan retelling, but in a way that focuses on ambition and what it does to girls who would like more power but are ultimately punished for it. So fantastic, fantastic reads.
Wow, those both sound fantastic. I need to add them to my list for sure. I feel like you and I could probably talk about books, but retellings in particular, because that's has a special place in my heart too. But I know that I have to keep moving forward. So I'll wrap this up so that readers can go get and read your book. Thank you again for taking time to talk to us about this release.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, for more information about Chloe's book, please check out the book club page on the booktrib.com website. Thank you.